Now this one's not going to be shocking at all. You've heard me complain once or twice about it on YouTube, my own YouTube videos on YouTube. Silicon Valley Morphing into the Morality Police by Adriana Cohen of Creators.com. Silicon Valley used to be technology companies, but it has become the morality police controlling free speech on its platforms. What could go wrong? In a speech Monday, Apple CEO Tim Cook, that was last Monday, Tim Cook said, "Hate tries to make its headquarters in the digital world. At Apple, we believe that technology needs to have a clear point of view on this challenge. There is no time to get tied up in knots. That's why we only have one message for those who seek to push hate, division, and violence. You have no place on our platforms." Here's the Goliath problem, though. Who gets to define, this is my problem, I've said it before, who gets to define what words and phrases, which are protected under the First Amendment Constitution, hate, a catch-all word, that is often ascribed to any offensive speech someone simply doesn't like? Will Christians who don't support abortion rights or having their tax dollars go toward Planned Parenthood be considered purveyors of hate for denying women the right to choose? Will millions of Americans who support legal immigration as opposed to illegal immigration be labeled xenophobes or racists and be banned from the digital world? She says yes and yes. How do we know? It's already happening, as scores of conservatives nationwide are being shadow banned and or censored on social media, YouTube, Google, and beyond. Their crime, running afoul of leftist Silicon Valley executives who demand conformity of thought and simply will not tolerate any viewpoint that strays from their rigid political orthodoxy. For context, consider that in oppressive Islamist regimes throughout the Middle East, the morality police take it upon themselves to judge women's appearances, and if a woman doesn't conform with their mandatory and highly restrictive dress code, for example, wearing a identity cloaking burqa, she could be public shamed, arrested, or even stoned in the town square. In modern-day America, powerful technology companies are actively taking the role of the de facto morality police, not when it comes to dress, but when it comes to speech, affecting millions. Yes, to date, those affected are not getting stoned, but they are being blocked in the digital town square, where billions around the globe do their business, cultivate their livelihoods, connect with others, and get news. This is a powerful cudgel to levy against individuals and groups of people, wouldn't you say? Right now, unelected tech billionaires living in a bubble in Palo Alto, when they're not flying private jets to cushy climate summits in Davos, are deciding who gets to enjoy the freedom of speech enshrined in the U.S. Constitution and who does not, based on whether they agree with people's political views and opinions or not. You see how dangerous this can get? Real fast. As partisan liberal elites running Twitter, Facebook, Google, including YouTube, Apple, and the like are now dictating to Americans what they can and cannot say online. In communist regimes, these types of folks are known as central planners. The election of Donald Trump was supposed to safeguard our freedoms, especially regarding speech, a foundational pillar of a democracy. It's disappointing this hasn't happened, as the censorship of conservative thought online has gotten so extreme and out of control, many are simply logging off for good. A failure to address this mammoth issue could cost Trump in 2020 if his supporters are blocked online, where most voters get their news. He'll be a one-term president. It's time for Congress to act before the morality police use political correctness as a Trojan horse to decide our next election. Yeah, they were actually just trying to do that recently with the midterms, in case anyone didn't catch that. This is exactly what's happening, and I'm just going to say, I don't want to say, mark my words, but I kind of want to say that. These companies will be broken up. Monopoly laws and things like that. I think they're going to be broken up. And I think their executives are going to be fined unimaginable fines for doing what they've done. And some people argue, well, it's their platform. They can choose whatever they want. They can allow whatever they want on their platform. But again, you can't have a public town square political speech and all that, and then say, well, yeah, but that political speech we don't like. But that one's okay. So you can't do that. That is against the law. So I think they're kind of crossing a fine line when they try to consider themselves a certain type of company that doesn't have to abide with those laws, but then it does need those same laws because we look at ourselves over here this way. You can't have your cake and eat it too, as they say. So I look forward to the day where these fines and these things, maybe these companies will get split apart. Because you can't have, again, this is shadow banning, a form of shadow banning. Alex Jones used to have a YouTube channel, and his stuff, you'd search for certain things, and his would be buried at the bottom. And then you'd see other channels, of course, mainstream media channels, 1,200 views or 12,000 views, 15,000 views. Alex Jones, 700,000 views, but he's buried at the bottom, right? They've tweaked their algorithms to forcefully push people with their ideas that don't align with their ideas off to the bottom. And you don't know about it. You don't get a notice. You don't get an email. You don't get a letter saying, listen, you've been, shadow banned, pushed down to the bottom. And I've seen on YouTube, it was a black guy from YouTube where he was undercover video, where he admitted Alex Jones stuff is buried. But he said, anyone looking for Alex Jones, they probably know him by name anyways, and they'll just find his site that way anyways. But on the YouTube platform, when Alex Jones, due to the views and the comments and everything there, he should be pushed to the top of results. And they were forcing him down. So you cannot say, well, a company that allows free public square to come, but not you. Remind me of Austin Powers. Remember Austin Powers when Mini-Me, he was trying to kick Mini-Me out of the room for his son Scott. He was real happy with Scott. Okay, everybody, go ahead and everybody leave the room now. Oh, not you, man over there pressing buttons. Not you, man over there holding the wrench. Not you, Frau down. No, not you, Scotty, not you. He called everybody out in the whole room except for Mini-Me. And Mini-Me, oh, the one, he doesn't get the joke, huh? He doesn't get it. And then he finally gets it and he walks off. That's what this is. You can have free, leftist view. Oh, absolutely. You can say whatever you want. Matter of fact, you can do the worst hate speech ever if you're talking that way to somebody on the right or the conservative side. You can use the worst words and the worst everything you want. You're welcome on our platforms. But someone else says something even kind back to them that's in disagreement. Hate speech, bullying and harassing. You are bullying and harassing the leftists. No, I just said I didn't agree with what they said. Anyways, take care.